Hello and welcome back to Seawolf's Den. I'm Crafting Ron. Quick craft today. I am going to use, this is a smaller orange juice top from one of the smaller bottles rather than the big bottle. This is pieces of you can really see the logo. It's a Burger King kids meal toy that I've torn apart. It looks like, I think there was a D on top of here, and you spun it and it would fly away, but it also kind of looks like some kind of statue stand. So I'm going to put this on top, and I have this very poorly molded, poorly painted. It's molded from, it's hard. It's plaster or something like that. Dragon that I don't think I'd ever use anywhere else but a good statue. So I'm going to put this all together and create a statue. Dragon statue. Happy Meal toy top. What I'm going to probably do is glue this together and put something through the top, and then mount it there and cover this up with something, and then paint it all up like stone. Okay, so it's just for fun, something else I grabbed out of the box. Until next time. Okay, starting with this, I've decided, since this thing doesn't really have a good base to glue on. I mean, it's just this. It's going to fall apart easy. I'm going with some nuts and bolts. I'm going to screw this to make it stay. Drill through it. Bring it in tight. And there's your stand. I'll fill in these with hot glue or some kind of putty, one or the other. Fill in that with putty or hot glue or something. With the hot glue, we'll fill in some gaps in some places. And what I can do is I'll just fill in this stuff and I'll paint it later as like vines. Statue base. Eventually we're going to glue him in, but I'm going to figure out a way to cover up that screw because that's going to look kind of silly. There you go. Some woodies I have fit perfectly. So actually I'm going to glue those in. This is turning into a mess. Okay, start all over again. I have a small wooden ring that will cover up at least the outer edge of that screw, but nothing else can sit on top of it. So what I'm probably going to try to do is just fill it in with this glue, top it off. The glue will solidify enough that we can't see the screw, and if not, I will fill it in with hot glue. Okay, and then that will sit on top of that. I know it looks kind of a mess right now, but give it time. We're at a hot mess stage. Okay, until next time. Here we go with the dragon statue. This was like the dragon itself was a Halloween purchase that I found on clearance, and it was messed up. The nose was messed up, some pieces. So it really was going to be a statue at some point. And of course, the beehive thing that was a Happy Meal toy just cried out pedestal. The screw worked out okay. Was an excess of glue coming down there. I'll just color that as more greenery, like a moss building up on the top. But first, you have to get the stone down. And this is a standard method that I picked up from pretty much anybody, but DM Scotty does this kind of method. I throw in various colors, a lot of gray. The gray will be the dominant color. I throw in some pavement, which is kind of an off gray, darker gray, I mean. For some variance in the color, some burnt sienna and chocolate brown. So you just take dollar store sponges, various shapes to get different places, and so you mix it up with a little bit of color here. There you go. Your stone statue. I'll touch it up later with some green and we'll have a final product. Okay, we're back with the statue. And I'm just going to use, I got like new shamrock green holly branch that I made to kind of mix in. So we just look for our hot glue lines and just cover them up with some green and give it a greenery look. All right, kind of the top of it was covered in, glue and hot glue. So I decided to kind of cover it in a moss-like green. I'm not quite done with it. I'm going to let this dry out, and then I may dry brush it or just touch it up with some tans or browns to kind of give it a mixture of live and dead vines, and then I think it'll be finished. So far, I think it looks pretty cool. I have a series of statues I did that I'll show you later once this one's done. All right, trying a different angle. Just to kind of give you a view of the new statue, which obviously is slightly different from the others. I got the green, and then I get a little bit of a drab or a brown in there to kind of make it look more organic, and it's table ready as far as I'm concerned. So there's your statues. These are other statues I've done in different ways, inspired by DM Scotty, and he's done a couple with the Disney princesses at the dollar store. So to kind of go over these, this is a mashup of Happy Meal toys. If you pulled the character on top off its pedestal, there'd be a Hello Kitty underneath it. This body is, you probably recognize it, Adam Sandler's character from the Transylvania movies. He's the vampire, so I took that body, took his head off, and put a skull on it. And back here, I had some wings from Halloween. I think it was a Halloween crow that I just tore off and gave him wings. And you can see where some of the hot glue kind of overdid it. But that is a Happy Meal statue, 100%. This one is a dollar store Oscar award that you could buy. 40K sword that fit perfectly there. 40K wings that fit well there. I had those broken off multiple times, so I got to glue that back. And the base with some Halloween rings. So those two were buddies for a long time. And then this I bought at a Halloween store on sale. It's got some weight to it because it had electronics to make the lights, the eyes light up, but it didn't work. And so I filled it in with clay where that battery thing, so that's a lot of weight in there. And then of course an orange juice top, but that was from the top onward was just a single piece of a gargoyle, and I just painted up as a statue. And so this will join it, and it looks like I'm building a kind of a ancient graveyard or something. It's pretty cool looking. There you go, finished product. And until next time, seek the wolf in thyself.